Guess what day it is? Tundra Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday. But if you got a Tundra coming to Australia, you might have got one on order with Toyota already. Remember that we can get your Toyota Tundra into Big Dog Builds for a pre-registration GVM upgrade before it heads back to the dealer and gets delivered to yourself. So get your Toyota Tundra into Big Dog Builds, tell your dealer that you're wanting to do a pre-registration GVM upgrade. We've got a Toyota redirect code that we can give the dealer, get the vehicle straight from the conversion from left-hand drive to right-hand drive facility down south into Big Dog Builds, get your GVM upgrade done, and then it'll land at your dealer ready to drive away. 4.2 tonne GVM would be my recommendation. Right now, we've got the full approvals for the 3.99, but we've got some bigger ones coming, so stay tuned for those ones. Get in touch, we can put your name on the list, ready for the bigger GVM upgrades that are coming for the Tundra, so stay tuned for that one. Just remember, if you've got any HD truck or the 1500s or the Tundras, we can help get your vehicle up into Big Dog Builds from anywhere around the country. Get it in here, get the build done, fly in, do a handover, pick up the vehicle, and then you can drive home, or we can even help you freight the vehicle back to your home address as well. I'm Dean Bleasnart, the co-founder of Big Dog Builds. We've had well over 650 trucks now through the workshop. We are the most awarded American truck workshop in Australia, and it's like this Toyota Tundra is why customers come in here. They trust our whole workshop team, as well as everyone behind the scenes, to get their vehicle in and out in a heartbeat without any stress. Now let's get straight into this Toyota Tundra. Starting with the front end, we'll get into the bar work. There's a canopy on the back of this one. Is it going to break GVM? You'll have to wait till the end of the video before I share the details on that one there. But let's start up the front end here and show you what bar we've gone for this brand new Tundra. Starting at the front end here, the Tundra is quite hard to put a good looking bar on the front end. We've gone and installed the ADD, so this is the Addictive Desert Designs front bar. Being the stealth front bar for the Tundra, you might think it's not big enough to get the winch in the front end, but it actually is. So we've gone and installed a winch up the front end there. It's also got the LED light bar above that, and then it's got the two little cube LED lights in the side wings as well. We've gone for the little Nava lights up the sides, the stealth light in the middle, and then we've got the Warn winch in the front end there. So Warn 12,000 pound winch. We've got the LED lights for a bit better light out the front end, and then the little side lights as well, which is going to make this thing light up the sky up the front end. It's not over the top, but it's enough light just if you do run into those nighttime drives home. It's going to give you that option there. And the Warn winch up the front end, you've got to really watch what size winch we can fit. Such a sleek bar like this one here with such a tight fitment. We've gone and installed that winch combination there because it was proven in the US, and there's no reason why we need to try to change different brands and play around too much here, because Warn's still a bloody good winch brand out there. Keeping things nice and uniform left and right is what this customer wanted. We've gone and installed the two little ditch bracket light holders. So this one is getting some LED lights on those bonnet brackets. It's also got the UHF brackets up there as well. So we've got UHF on one side, the Self-Fi booster on the other side, and then you've got the little ditch lights there that are coming from Nava as well. So that one there on the bonnet. Everything else on the side of the Tundra is fairly stock. We've gone and installed the Amp Research electric side steps. So those ones there being the Vision series, are going to light up the LED light on the side. And then when it comes to the suspension wheel and tyre combination, we've gone and installed the BDS 3-inch suspension kit. So this is the kit that is approved to get the bigger GVM upgrades done. So whether it be pre-registration, there are some post-registration builds coming as well. Just remember that if the vehicle is already registered, you're going to take that extra GVM off your tow capacity. So doing it pre-registration, you're going to still be able to retain the full tow capacity of the 4.5 tonne that the Tundras can do. Doing the build post-registration, you're going to lose that. So just be mindful of that one there. And that's why it's super important to get the vehicle in pre-registration if you can anywhere around Australia. That's a federally approved GVM upgrade kit now. We've gone and installed some Method 305 NVs. These ones here are the machine finish with the black lip, and then you've got the Apex valves on there as well, and then the Nitto Ridge Grappler in the 285/70/18. So a nice, sensible, safe fitment for the wheel and tyre combination here. The offset of this one has gone out that little bit wider, so we've got an 18/9 0 offset. And we've gone and installed the colour-coded flares from Bushwhacker on the front there. Up the back end, because it has got the canopy, we've obviously only needed these color-coded flares up the front. With this suspension kit that we've installed here, being the BDS kit, it is a great performing kit. You've got full adjustability in the front and rear shock absorbers. So you've got both low speed and high speed adjustability. And we've gone and installed the longer CVs as well into this kit. And that's just going to allow this vehicle to perform great both on-road, off-road, and you're not going to have to worry about flexing too much and having any problems with your CV joint. When it comes to the rear end of the Tundra, I don't like showing you while the vehicle's still in build mode, but this one here obviously has got the rear seats removed. That under seat battery setup has got both the 12-volt battery, there's nothing under the bonnet at all, and you got your big hybrid set up under there. So usually this has got a big plastic casing over it, so you can't get in there and touch anything you're not supposed to touch, and that's for good reason. It is quite scary looking under here, but our team have been busy doing some R&D bracketry when it comes to this little fuse panel setup, both on this side, and we've got another one on that side over there as well. So we got things like your DC-DC chargers, we've got the EnerDrive, we've got the Almac Anderson plug, which is at the back end of the vehicle there for the boat loader that's up on top. ARB compressors ×2, which is in one of the toolboxes from the Canopy company. We've got your big bus bar for your power input, big maxi fuse there to keep everything nice and safe. And we've got a bunch of other little inline fuses there as well. On that side over there, we've got the switch probe, we've got the tow bar Anderson plug, both grey and red. We've got a spare 30 amp plug, and then we've got the big input as well. So this capacity here with the brackets that we've made, we have got these ones getting dialed in now. We've done a few different prototypes now. This one here has got the most accessories that we've ever put on a Tundra, and that's because the Canopy company have gone and installed a bunch of items as well inside the rear end there. This setup here, we've definitely been able to neaten it up, make it quite usable. And when that plastic casing goes back on, this customer's still going to have access to be able to get to these fuses if he does need to diagnose any issues or replace any fuses while he is traveling. So quite scary setup. Don't go under here if you don't need to. Don't go under here if you're not qualified, because it is quite scary and you wouldn't want to mess with anything, both factory Toyota Tundra or dig in somewhere you shouldn't dig in. Leave that ones to the experts, and we've got a pretty cool option there now that's going to sort pretty much any aftermarket accessory that you're wanting to put onto your Tundra. When it comes to the Toyota Tundra setup, we're working on multiple different applications, both bar work up the front end, roof racks are to come, the GVM upgrades like I've said as well, and whether you're wanting a canopy on the back of your Tundra, if you're going to be using it full time, you definitely need to check out your weights, because if you've got a setup like that one there and you're using your full GVM, you've also got to be mindful of what you're towing on the back end as well. So this setup here, it might not be the best use case or example for a lot of customers out there wanting to do a big super tourer. It's definitely not that. You can just see by the size of the vehicle comparing to something like a Chevy 2500, F250, 350, or the Ram 25 3500s. But this one here, the customer isn't towing anything too crazy. He knows his weights, he knows where he's going to be at, and he wanted a good canopy option on the back end there to do exactly what he wanted to do. Beach runs up Fraser, lots of beach trips is what I believe this one's going to be used for. That's why there's some big open areas up the back end there, lots of storage available, things like your beach chairs, camp chairs and whatnot. And then you've got your full power set up at the back end here as well. I'll just figure out how to turn on the lights, the light out the back. There we go, interior. The last button I pushed, of course, is the one for the LED lights. But you've got the EnerDrive set up, the little ePro screen there, the Bushman fridge as well. So fridge on the back, the kitchen slide out, drop down. I won't get into a full detail walkthrough on this one here, because we've got plenty of others to film tonight. But when it comes to a canopy setup, like I said, the biggest thing, if you're thinking about it on a Tundra model, this one here is a chassis mounted canopy. It is quite open, it is quite empty, but just because you've got all of that room to use, as soon as you put things in there, it all comes down to GVM, GVM, GVM. I say it a lot of times, and it's that important. Every single bit of equipment at the back end there as well. One spare wheel on this one, not two, so that's up the back end. You could still fit a spare wheel underneath. You could possibly put your fuel in a different location, but just thinking of the full build spec, this customer's done a few builds before and he knew exactly what he wanted. And I'll have a quick pick on this side as well and see what this side's all about. Just like I thought, it is quite open. So there's obviously a couple batteries in there that are running things like the LED lights and all of the power set up on the other side. But other than that, it's big, it's open, and it's usable. And I'm keen to see this thing go on some adventures. Send in some photos, but just like I said, guys, just because you've got a Canopy on one of these trucks, if you fill it full of weight and you go and use that full tow capacity, there's good chances, even with the GVM upgrade, you could be overweight. So just keep that one in mind. That's all I can say about this Tundra, and how you're using your vehicle, checking your weights, going over the weighbridge, looking at your ball weight, how your trailer's set up. These things will get quite thirsty, and if you're after a big tourer, I definitely recommend looking at the 3500 options instead. So that's the Toyota Tundra walkthrough. Like I said, we've got GVM upgrades available, we've got bar work coming, we've got roof rack coming, multiple different options. If you've got a Tundra on order, definitely get in touch. We can run through all of these options in a build design call. Get your Tundra up here pre-registration, because that's going to allow you to tow at the full capacity as well as have a bit more GVM. A few things on this one to finish up. We had a quick sneak peek at underneath the back end setup. We've got a little bit of suspension tweaking to happen in the rear end there for the full-time canopy that's on the back. But if you like your Toyota Tundras, check these two out here because they're pretty special. And these two videos here, they're one to watch as well.